Why do we think bad thoughts and how do we get out of this cycle? We think bad thoughts because we don't think good thoughts. It seems like a joke. It's a trite statement, capped in hindsight in the service of common sense. But just think about it. It's not just a play on words, it's the key to understanding. The key to getting out of a state that takes you into a world of fear, anxiety, irritation, and resentment. And now for more. And deeper. The mind cannot be idle. Our brain is designed in such a way that it cannot remain dormant. Even when you sleep, it continues to work processing information, forming dreams, sorting memories. And during the day, it is constantly looking for something to latch on to. As soon as you leave it without a clear task, without a conscious vector, it goes where it feels at home, into old patterns, into hackneyed thoughts, into default programs. What we call bad thoughts are more often than not the same automatic recordings. They sound because you haven't turned on something else at the moment. You haven't filled your attention space with something constructive, kind, inspiring. Why are destructive thoughts so strong? Because they are many years old. They are like paths you have walked over and over again. Somewhere from childhood. Somewhere from past traumas, fears, unconscious decisions. Sometimes not even yours. They may have been borrowed from parents, educators, media, society. These states, thoughts, beliefs live inside as looped programs. And they activate when you don't have an antivirus. When you're not in the moment. When you have forgotten yourself. 3D states and the dimensionality of suffering. What do we mean by dimension of suffering? It is the vibration at which habitual emotions, fear, anger, guilt, resentment, anxiety reside. This is the base frequency on which most people exist. Because it's familiar. Because they're used to it. Because it has been considered the norm since childhood. But suffering is not the norm. We can learn to live differently. How? Begin to realize that your every state, thought, emotion is an on switch. It is not you. It is not your essence. It's what turned on when you let go of your attention. When you trusted autopilot. Awareness is the key. When you notice a disturbing scenario brewing inside, stop. Just say to yourself, I see it. That's already a huge step. Don't fight the thought. Recognize it. You're not the bad person. You didn't create this fear. It's just a signal. Your system turned on an old recording. But now you've noticed it. Which means you're in control. Recognize it. Cancel. Change. 3 golden steps. 1. Realize, say to yourself, I am on alert right now. I'm in an automatic program. 2. Cancel, you can even mouthed, I'm canceling this script. It's not right for me. 3. Replace, find an image, a thought, a phrase that brings light, joy, warmth, and move the focus there. We can't look at 2 images at the same time. Just as you can't look at 2 images at once, your brain can't think 2 thoughts at the same time. Either you think bad thoughts or you think good thoughts. If you don't choose for yourself, it will be chosen automatically. So mindfulness is not just a practice. It is a survival skill. It's an act of self-care. Where do bad thoughts come from? Who puts them in our head? Sometimes it seems to be someone external. Sometimes we blame ourselves. But the truth is different. These thoughts are not you. These thoughts are just automatic waves. The aftermath of accumulated experience. Echoes of old traumas. They may become fewer. They can be observed. They may not be merged with them. It is important to realize, thoughts do not create you. You are the one who notices them. Who can choose what to think next. You are the attention. And its direction decides everything. Don't feed the monsters of attention. When a bad thought comes, it's asking to be fed. As soon as you start stirring up a dialogue, an argument, an inner conflict in your head, it's as if you're throwing wood on the fire. And it ignites. But if you just look at it like a cloud in the sky and let it pass, it will disappear. Attention is your greatest resource. And it has to work for you. What helps to hold in mindfulness? Meditation. It doesn't have to be sitting in lotus position. It can be walking, breathing, or observing the body. Gratitude. The simplest and most powerful practice. Even if things are bad, find 3 things you are grateful for right now. Beauty. Music, nature, light, art. Anything that brings you back to your senses, to yourself, to the moment. Simple presence. I am here. I am breathing. This feeling is in me, and I can see it. Meditations, breathing practices, body practices, energy exercises are all wonderful tools to help us quiet the mind, step out of anxious scenarios, and feel in the moment again. These practices literally readjust the inner rhythm, as if to align us, bringing us back to our present selves. When you meditate, when you breathe deeply, when, for example, you simply put your hand on your heart and observe the sensations in your body, your mind gradually quietens. You get out of the cycle of thoughts, and there is silence. Space. This is the moment when the vibration rises. It becomes brighter inside. A sense of clarity, lightness, and security returns. You can say that meditation, as an energy shield, temporarily protects you, creating a space in which it is difficult for intrusive thoughts and negativity to penetrate. It's as if you step out of the dense layers of anxiety and rise above, to a place of calm, acceptance, and a sense of connection to something greater. But unfortunately, or rather fortunately, we can't be in meditation all the time. We live. We communicate, we build, we feel, we experience, we act. And that's okay. More than that, it's beautiful. Life is not about running away from it all the time to practice it, but to live it. To live brightly, consciously, joyfully, truly. That's why mindfulness is important. It's the same as meditation, but on the move. It is when you are not just walking, you know you are walking. You don't just eat, you taste. You don't just listen, you hear. Awareness is what allows you to bring the stillness of the practices into your normal everyday life. You can breathe consciously while standing in line. You can take a breath when you feel tension rising inside. You can observe your thoughts without getting involved in them. This requires no special conditions, only one, your presence. Make it a habit to return to yourself as often as possible. Through the breath. Through the body. Through observation. Let your life become a space of living meditation. In this way, you will not just avoid bad thoughts, you will begin to truly live. Self-work is not about fighting. Many people who start on the path of inner growth fall into a trap. They perceive working on themselves as an endless war with themselves. It's as if there is someone bad, weak, wrong inside of them, and they need to be changed, fixed, or punished. But real work on yourself is not about that at all. It's not a battle. It's about coming home. Home to your true self. It's a path not of struggle, but of acceptance. A path where there is no good and bad, only that which requires awareness, care, and the light of attention. When you remember who you really are, everything begins to align. You are not anxiety, not guilt, not fatigue. These are all just states that come and go like clouds. And you are like the sky, eternally present beneath those clouds. Your essence is silence, stillness, depth, a spark of light. Your soul is not vanity, fear, or doubt. It is love, acceptance, wisdom. And the journey to yourself is not a marathon or an uphill climb. It's a return. One step at a time. Working on yourself is not about fixing yourself. It's about remembering yourself. It's about letting go of unnecessary things. To get out of the trap of attitudes, other people's expectations, imposed roles. This is the path on which you get closer and closer to your real self, gently, respectfully. There is no need to be in a hurry. There is no need to be perfect. You don't have to evolve all the time. Sometimes it's enough to just stop, exhale, and ask yourself, how am I doing right now? Where is my attention? How does my body feel? That's what mindfulness is. And that's where all the most important things happen. The path of the observer is the path of power. Not of struggle, but of awareness. It is the path of one who does not run away from himself, but looks straight ahead. Who does not resist or suppress, but accepts, explores, and chooses differently. Because he gets the choice not to react automatically, but to live consciously. And every time you choose to look inside yourself without judgment, you come closer to yourself. Home. Every thought is a door. Every moment is a choice. And that's not pathos. It's reality. Every moment is like a crossroads. Either into the old or into the new. Either down in vibration into suffering, or up into acceptance, light, peace. And if you're listening to this video right now, you've already chosen mindfulness. You're already on the path. Observe yourself as nature. When you see a thunderstorm, you don't yell at the sky. You don't berate the rain. You just know it will pass. Same with feelings. They come and they go. If you don't hold them in. Look at your emotions as natural phenomena. Anxiety is like the wind that blows away. Anger is like lightning. Bright but brief. Joy is like the sun after a storm. Calmness is like the smoothness of a lake. If we treat ourselves with the kind of attention we give to the sunset or the morning mist, much will change. To summarize, bad thoughts come not because you are a bad person. It's because you haven't chosen what to do with your attention at that moment. Mindfulness helps you intercept the moment. Observation is already the beginning of healing. Thoughts do not define you. Your attention is your wealth. Working on yourself is not an obligation, but a path to freedom. Be attentive to yourself. Learn to observe. Learn to care. And come back. To every moment. To every breath. To yourself. To the living. To the now. If this information resonated with you, please share the video. Give it a like, write in the comments what you liked about it. Perhaps one of your friends needs these words right now too. Thank you for your attention and for growing.